everyone, we're here out at Hoo Haven again today shooting a fantastic video for you. And today we have something really special that I hope you're going to love. One of the questions we get asked most often here at Hoo is how Hoo Haven got its start. And, well, I wasn't here when it started, so I can never actually fully answer that question. And today we are lucky enough to have some time with Karen, our director, who was here when it started and is going to go ahead and tell us how Hoo Haven got started.
Well, that's kind of a unique little story, but probably like a lot of places have. I'm a nurse. And when people find out you're a nurse, then they think you can save things. So they would bring rabbits and squirrels and can I make them better? And you use your knowledge and you do your very best. Well, about a year later, somebody came up to me and said, do you know you can get licensed for that? And I said, for saving animals? She said, well, it's called rehabbing. And yes, you can. So that started my friendship with a lady by the name of Sherry, who actually at that time taught the class at Rock Valley College. My husband and I took the class. We were the only ones that continued on. And from there, it just grew and grew, you know. And we do what we tell people to do. We started out doing just squirrels and raccoons, which we no longer do, the raccoons. And then we actually got asked to start teaching the class, which we did. We taught the class here at Rock Valley, and then we actually taught a class out at down at Sycamore. And we did that, but as the Hoo Haven grew, there became that there was only so many hours in the day. Then Jessie, as you see, who is the star and what the whole facility is named after, when you start doing those things after a while, people start, could you come to my classroom? Well, what we didn't know back 30 years ago was you were supposed to have a license. So we would take a little possum. In fact, I was known as the possum lady, and a little squirrel, and would talk about what we did. Well, then we had an opportunity. A gentleman had found Jessie. She was a baby. She had a severe eye injury. I am told, because I never met the man, that he was going to try to keep her. Then his friend said, you know, you'll get in trouble. It's illegal. You can go to jail, all of which was true. We got a call from him. He asked if he could just drop her off and remain anonymous. And in fact, he did. Well, she did have a severe eye injury, but the other thing is she has cataracts. Now, the cataracts over the years have gotten worse, but that's why she was unable to be released, and she became our first educational bird.
Wow, so she's been an educational bird for about 3 decades now.
No, we didn't do official programs for probably a good over 5 to 8 years.
Okay.
We did only rehab, and she's probably between 18 and 22 is what we're told, and so I always tend to lean towards the younger because I think that makes her live longer. You know, one of those funny little mind games you play. We got excited in 2004. We became the Eagle Recovery Center for Illinois, Southern Wisconsin, and Eastern Iowa. To date, we have done 78 bald eagles, and we have 4 on premise right now. As a matter of fact, how we say it is if everybody will put on their calendar the first Sunday in November. So we don't pay attention to the date. Between 1 and 4, we have our annual open house. And of course, there's food, and you get tours, face painting, all sorts of neat stuff. And then there's people walking around with the birds and interesting animals.
So people could come out and see those 4 bald
eagles.
eagles.
Yes, thank you, Maribel. They sure can. And ask lots of questions, have a bowl of chili, have your child get face painting, and so much more.
Are there any other really cool highlights that have happened over Hoo Haven's years?
there have been, we became the Pelican Recovery probably about 8 years ago. Everybody knows when Katrina went through the damage that she did. But what a lot of people didn't know, and I myself didn't know until we started to do it, was Katrina threw the migratory path off of a lot of birds. One of the very hardest hit was the pelicans. To date, we have done, I believe it is 17. We have 2 that were supposed to be going to Florida next week, though we believe that might be on hold for several weeks. But we still have our infamous Marshmallow, who is the only educational pelican in over 900 miles, and Broccoli. So we've had that. We've had 28 scouts do their Eagle projects. We now have tours, so people can come for tours at a specified time. We now, as you can see, have a very gorgeous gift shop. And everything in here has all been handmade and donated, and all the proceeds go 100% to Who Haven. We're very excited. It kind of seems like in the last 3-4 years, Who Haven has just blossomed. When they come out for the open house, if things aren't bad, or the weather is good, they can take a walk down to the river and do that also. Jessie's feeling the delightful weather, and so she'd like to go back flying in her pen.
So do you have any plans or hopes for Who Haven's future, for any more expansion, or any new buildings or new offerings like the open house that we do that you're planning in the next couple of years?
Several years ago, we started with internships. We thought we would give it a try. It is done very well. It actually has exploded, and we hope to add, if we can get some monetary donations and some grant, to add to the building for intern housing. This past summer we had 4. We now have 1 for the fall, and we have another one starting from Chicago who's going to start in January. So everybody is liking that they can get hands-on, they can learn and see what Who Haven is all about. We now have kids that do school projects, so they can do community service hours out here. We do probation hours. We do all sorts of things. So yes, it's kind of getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
All right, and how long is Who Haven going to be around?
We hope for over 100 years. We actually have a trust, so if people would like to give, but they'd like to have it go to the trust, they write that in the corner of their check. We have a policy and procedure manual. We have designated people. We now have people who have called us who have wanted to put us in their will so that they can be part of wildlife, getting a chance, teaching kids what is out there and what they can do. So opportunities for everybody.
Wow, that is really, really cool. So basically, we are entirely funded by donations and grants.
Yes.
And so anybody that wants to help keep Who Haven running, all they have to do is help by
Write
donating.
a check. And one thing you brought up that I forgot to mention, we are 100% volunteer run. Everybody that comes out could be sleeping in, but they're here on a hot day, a cold day, helping take care of the animals, help teaching, help with those interns, help with the students, all sorts of neat stuff.
Well, thank you very much, Karen. This has been a fabulous story. I hope all of our viewers enjoy listening to it as much as I did. And I'm going to go ahead and pause now for a second, and then I'll give you guys all a quick tour of the gift shop. Okay, so this is Who Haven's gift shop, and as you can see, we have t-shirts for sale, we have jewelry, and as Karen said, all the jewelry is handmade by one of our volunteers to be sold. We have all of this beautiful woodwork that people have made and given to us, donated to us specifically to sell so that we can put the proceeds into taking care of the animals. And get a close-up of this so you guys can see some of the really cool jewelry that we have here. So yeah, everything that is here. We have several of these really cool collectible plates. They were donated so that proceeds could help Who Haven. So come on out and you can take a stroll through the gift shop. You can take a tour of the facility. We do tours every Tuesday through Saturday at 11 o'clock. We do events. Check us out on our Facebook page. Check us out. Our Facebook page is Who Haven Events. Check us out at whohaven.org, our website. Check out our Instagram. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, like the videos, share them, and thank you all. I hope you have a great day.